It's AR, the equalizer, the data scientist of boxing, spitting the block for another breakdown. Let's get into it. So, we have the upcoming potential fight of the decade. The upcoming potential fight of the decade between Terence "Bud" Crawford and Errol Spence. The Truth. Errol "The Truth" Spence Jr. But we ain't go break down the fight itself in this video. We go get straight into the attributes and the skill pillars of Terence Crawford. As you guys can see in the video thumbnail, I currently have Terence Crawford rated at a 92% overall rating. I know it's a lot of Bud fans that's gonna try to get at me in the comments, but let me break it down. Let me explain the metrics. The metrics that I use is an all-time metric, something similar to the 2K12 rating metric that they introduced during NBA 2K12 release. They did the Hall of Fame metric, meaning if you were considered the greatest rebounder of all time, you were 99. Who qualifies to be the greatest rebounder of all time is the likes of a Dennis Rodman, Wilt Chamberlain, Bill Russell. They are the standard. When it comes to this here boxing, I would say that Sugar Ray Robinson is the standard of great all-around overall talent, in which it could be argued that he's possibly a 99, if not that, at least a 95, a 96 overall rating, something reminiscent of the Fight Night champion or the Fight Night round 2, round 3, the Fight Night series. Put some respect on Sugar Ray Robinson. And then you have the standard of the heavyweight division, which was always Muhammad Ali, always ranking at about a 93 overall, 92 overall. Even though he made certain technical mistakes, he still was great and effective at what he did. So before you guys get at me for rating Terence Crawford a 92 overall, just hear me out, because that's very high in the world of boxing. A 92 is very high. That is elite, hard to attain. It takes a lot of experience, dedication, heart, resilience, all of that. That dog, all of that. Terence "Bud" Crawford, he got it all. But we go get straight into it. The skill pillars. The first pillar, which is the first pillar is form. Boxing form. Boxing form is developed in the amateur stages of any pro boxer's career. Their form is developed in amateur stages. A lot of guys, they start boxing at the age of 5, at the age of 8, the age of 10. Terence Crawford started boxing at the age of 7, I believe. Errol Spence started boxing at the age of 15. These basic fundamentals are developed in those early stages when you walk foot in a gym and a coach tell you what hand you right with. You put your left leg in front of this leg, sit down in the chair, boom, you're orthodox. Or if you're a lefty, put your right leg in front of the left, you sit down in the chair, boom, you southpaw, right? Speaking of southpaw, Terence Crawford is a switch hitter. So with his form, I have his boxing stance at 100. For he has the superb offensive and defensive proficiency from both the southpaw stance and orthodox stance, right? Then we have the rating metric of proper footwork. which I have Terence Crawford rated at a 95. For he does understand. Before I even get into that, I'm sorry. The whole rating system of 50 is an F, you're failing. 60 is a D minus. 65 is a D. 68, D plus. 70, C minus. 75, C. 78, C plus. 80, B minus. So forth and so on. Right? So 100, of course, that's an A plus. That's an A plus. 95, that's a solid A. I give Terence Crawford's footwork a solid A. A solid A. 95 for he understands foot positioning for effective counterpunching and setups for power shots. The third skill set metric from the bracket of form is hand positioning for defense and offensive attacks, which I have Terence Crawford rated at a 90, an A minus. He has an elite understanding of punch retraction for defense against counter punch openings. Now, the reason why it's an A minus and not an 100, Terence Crawford fanatics, is because Crawford from time to time against, guys like a Kell Brook, guys like a one leg Jose Benavidez Jr., even the Mean Machine, even Igis Kavalauskas, even the Mean Machine. These guys, they slipped in some heavy punches and got Terence Crawford's attention. Now, in the sport of hitting and not getting hit, you're going to get hit. You're going to get hit. Period. I don't care who you are. Even Floyd Mayweather got hit. You know what I mean? And I ain't talking about the Shane Mosley right hand that slid in on him. I'm not talking about that. Floyd got hit from time to time. But my reasoning for giving Terence Crawford a 90, which is an A minus for hand positioning for defense and offensive attacks, is because from time to time, he will have those moments of lapses. Those little windows. Now, it is elite. He has an elite understanding, but he has his moments where he lapses. To be 100, you got to be on point all the time. And I would say that Floyd Mayweather is the epitome of great hand positioning for counter punch openings. Yeah. The next skill set under the bracket of form, the skill pillar of form, we have proper punch form, in which I give Terence Crawford a A+, 100%. For he has superior and consistent routine of rotating fists for proper snap of punch in tandem with torso and hip rotation to properly distribute power and force of his punch. If you ever see Terence Crawford hit the bag, the heavy bag, shadow box, if you ever pay close attention, it's a seamless effort when he's turning those fists over. You know? You throw a hook, you want to keep that thumb up, you know what I mean? And you want your fist facing you. But when you throwing those straight punches, you want those knuckles turned over and you want to actually be connecting with that middle knuckle. Terence Crawford does a great job at reinforcing that form with every punch that he throws. Even in the ring, fight night, when the lights are bright, when the lights are on, he does it. I have to give him an A+, and I'm very reluctant at giving that 100% out. I don't give it away loosely. I'm not free with it. I'm a very strict critic. You know, when it comes to this boxing thing, I've been in the ring myself. I have experience, sparring experience, training experience, for I am a trainer myself. So I believe that I'm pretty qualified to critique what I see. And I see that Terence Crawford has superb, superior, if not the best punch form in boxing, right? The second skill pillar Physical capabilities and conditioning, in which I give Terence Crawford a 90 overall in the physical capabilities and conditioning aspect of his overall skill set. One skill set of the bracket of the skill pillar of physical capabilities and conditioning is stamina. Then we have endurance. Then we have overall strength. We have punching power, hand speed, foot speed. With stamina, I've given Terence Crawford a 95, which is a solid A, for he has lung capacity for high volume punching and movement around the ring. His high altitude training has shown to be effective, as he doesn't ever look tired or fatigued during exchanges in a fight. Terence Crawford is a solid A when it comes to that stamina. You will never see dude getting gassed out and tired. He got miles. The man got miles on him. I give him a solid A. As far as his endurance goes, I give that 100, for he does have the superior durability to last throughout a 12-round fight whilst maintaining energy. So the energy that he shows round 1, that same energy shows up round 12. That's 100%. Boxing, that's a tough sport. The hurt business. It's a tough sport, baby. And to be able to show energy from round 1 to round 12 and still look good and be sharp and still have them snaps on your punches, and to be able to be sharp around the ring and making your opponent miss, making them pay. Oh man, that's 100% all day long. A+ for endurance. Overall strength of Terence Crawford, I've given a solid B at 85. I'm gonna tell you why. A lot of people, they say, oh, Terence Crawford, he's stronger. Such and such, he's stronger. But you have to consider the weight class. These aren't heavyweights. By default, every heavyweight should be in the 90 range of overall strength. So for a guy that's a welterweight, now you can say what you want about him, whatever weight that he walks around at, whether it's 175, 180, I don't care. He weighs in at 147. He has to rehydrate to about 155, 160 when he steps foot in that ring fight night. So that's pretty much a middleweight. It's not a heavyweight. Overall strength, I give an 85 for. He is a very physically strong guy, but can he muscle a heavyweight? I don't think so. So I believe that I rest my case there, because heavyweights are the epitome of great overall strength. Welterweight being rated this high, that's amazing. That's elite. That's elite. It's great for a welterweight, for a 170, for a 147 pounder. It's great. You know what I mean? It's just like complimenting Allen Iverson for being, I believe he was about 5'10", but being listed at 6 feet and dropping 30 points a game in the years of 2002, 2003, leading the Philadelphia 76ers all the way to the NBA Finals and taking game 1 against a very strong and competent Los Angeles Lakers squad in 2001. Being just 6 feet, you have to give him credit for the overall strength of being 165 pounds going up against some heavyweights. Gotta give him his credit. But it was Allen Iverson, a freaking 100% overall strength guy just because he was strong at his weight that he was carrying around on the court against him? No, that's asinine. I give Terence Crawford's overall strength for 85, a solid B. Let's argue. Next, punching power, which I give an 86. For